His dreams become more elaborate as the nights go on. He's sitting down next to the man he refuses to acknowledge he has a name, and peers directly into his soul with his dead eyes. He knew this fucker had no business living on this rock, not understanding what Donkey Kong really meant. This subhuman piece of shit didn't deserve the air he was taking away from the true fans of this lovable video game franchise. But still, the man continued on with this deplorable blaspheming, without a single regard to Hyle's mental well-being. So he grabs the man, suffocates him, drags him to the docks, and the sound of his Hemi V8 roars. As the man screams for his life, muffled out from the sock shoved in his face, Hyle drives directly over his head, crushing it into piles of guts. They looked beautiful in the night, almost illuminating the scene with hope. Hope that Donkey Kong may not be defiled for one more day. Then he wakes up, and the real-life nightmare continues. Every morning is the same. A shot of Jack as he pages through another NeoGAF thread. Another shot, and he's browsing the Kotaku archives. Desperation mingling with resignation across his brow as he searches vainly for good news, a shimmer of hope. He checks the Facebook likes for his latest 5-paragraph dissertation on Grab by the Ghoulies, and upends the bottle into his glass, sloshing a little as he raises it to his quivering lips. Lying back in his chair with closed eyes for several hours, he suddenly jolts to his feet and slams open his back door, snatches his headphones from the counter, and cues up the forum watch. Even here he finds no respite. His peers, his friends, mocking him endlessly, weaving elaborate fantasy scenarios of his mental decay. He stalks through the streets, through the brush of the forest fringe, intending to lose himself in nature's smoldering embrace. As such he had every day for years. But there is to be no tranquility for Hyle here today. There is only the den of a million insects fucking and dying, uncharacteristically grating against his nerves and threatening to unravel the anger always coiled tightly inside. He sits by a stream and contemplates his own face, his life, his identity. Eventually it begins to get dark. The new X-Files is airing in half an hour, and Hyle can't even summon the capacity to remember. Life held no joy for Hyle anymore. A single man took the remaining happiness he had from him, his last shred of humanity. He was now an empty husk, searching for a purpose in a world completely against him. He understood now. No one could relate to him or his love for Donkey Kong, for none of them comprehended it as he did. Donkey Kong wasn't just a game, it was his home, his safe place from the horrors of the world, from the sickening howls of hatred he had to bear from every non-believer. And yet, some acted as though they were friends, as if they could feel what he felt, as if they truly had a taste of his special brand of insanity. He vows to never let another man into his world. He vows to shut himself in even further, to take Donkey Kong with him to his special place and live there forever. It was better than living a lie. Donkey Kong never deceived him, never belittled him. It was always there for him no matter what. He severs his ties to the real world, resigns from his job, says goodbye to his family and friends, and he locks himself in his room. He turns his gaming station on and becomes absorbed in the game world. If anyone were to try and enter now, he would be ready to deal with them.